So for today, episode 2 of Retro Wednesday, you guys, modern renaissance. When this palette came out, it just changed the game. I use that word a lot, gorgeous, but this is absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna play with this one today. Do my makeup, Retro Wednesdays, get it going. All right, so let's jump into this tutorial. So my eyes are already primed. I used my Fenty primer and I didn't set it. And I don't have an idea of where we're going with this look today, but I really want to dive into these pinks. So using my favorite blender brush, my Melt Cosmetics blender brush, I'm going into Bouillon Fresco, and I will have a picture of the palette on the screen so you guys can see. I'm going to start this color with just a light wash over the entire lid. So starting in my crease, moving it up to the transition area, and then just blow it all the way out. Same brush, I'm going into the color Love Letter, and I'm going to build this up in the crease. So stamp it in first. I like to focus on the outer V because I really like the shadow to be built up on the outside corner. Just side note, you guys, when I first got this palette, I had no idea what I was doing with makeup, like at all. And this color here, this Love Letter, oh my god, I used the heck out of this thing. It's almost pan. Well, it looks like it is to me, but anyways. And it was just something I was like, it's pink. I know how to use this color. I think I used maybe like 3 colors in the entire palette at first. Oh, memories. Alright, so now I'm picking up my Melt Cosmetics pencil in the color Columbia. And looks like I need to sharpen it, but we'll see how much I can get out of it first. Alright, so I'm going to place this all over the lid and then smudge it out. Just to give a nice warm brown base for the next color. Okay, so now I'm going into, I put the pencil on the bottom as well and smudged it out. So with it smudged on the top and the bottom, now I'm taking my finger and going into the color Antique Bronze. And I'm going to place this all over the lid. I start closest to the lash line and then bring it up. Picking back up the blender brush, I'm going back into the color Love Letter. And I'm just going to deepen up, add a little bit of this color in the outer V, just to bring it from the crease onto the lid, just a little bit. So focusing it on the outer third into the V. Picking up my Sephora Pro Shader number 18 brush, going into the color Primavera. And I'm going to place this just in the center of the lid. Go all the way up. Picking up my Sigma E30, I'm going back into the color Love Letter. And I'm going to place this where we placed, on the lower lash, where we placed the Columbia pencil. So just packing that on. And then when there isn't a lot left over, starting to blend it down just a bit and connect it to the top. Taking the same Sigma brush, I switched off the color. Now I'm going into Antique Bronze. And this time I'm actually going to Fix Plus the brush and place this on the lower lash. I switched the color off this brush, but back with my Sephora Pro Shader, going back into the color Primavera. I'm just going to place this just in the center of the lower lash. So you're just mirroring the top. And I want that to have a little bit more punch, so I took the same color, same brush, and this time Fix Plus the brush to give it more of a foiled look. And that looks kind of crazy because it got all of my eyelashes. But taking the same blender brush that we used for Love Letter, just sweep it across the bottom and connect it to the top. Like that. With my Morphe E35, went into the color Vermeer, and I'm going to use this color as an inner corner. Whoa, that is bright. Highlight. Forgot how bright it is. Alright, so just do it on the other side. And I'm going to tone that down just a little bit, because that's highlights right there. So to tone that down, all I did was take some of the color off and just went around it. Now I'm taking the same brush, switch that other color off, and using the color Tempera. I'm going to use this as a brow bone highlight. It's kind of bright right now, but I like to just take my fingers and pat it down, and then just get a clean brush and blend that in. Okay, so with my same Sigma E30 pencil brush, I'm going into the color Love Letter, and I'm just going to focus this a little bit more on the outer V, the outer third of the eye, and bring that down and smudge it just a bit to wrap that color all the way around. Okay, so now I'm taking my Sephora pencil in the color Sangria. I'm going to run this all in my waterline and smudge it down just a bit. Now I'm taking the same pencil and I'm going to focus this up top on the outer V, really close to the lashes. So from about mid-pupil all the way out, and then take a quick little bitty brush, so my Morphe E35, and just whoops, gosh darn it, I had another color. I had my inner corner highlight on there. Let me go back, and this time switch the color off. Hey, real time, real talk. And now that it's clean, smudge this in the outer V and just up a little bit. Alright you guys, so I took Sangria and really tight lined underneath and then did it up top a little bit more on the outer V and just smudged it to diffuse it a little bit and then focus in the outer third of the lower lash. And that's what I did with that pencil. I love that pencil. It's a really, really nice sangria color. Like blood wine. Alright you guys, so I'm going to do my mascara and lips off camera and I'll be right back. Alright you guys, so I'm back. I just did a couple things off camera. I used She's Bold by Patrick Ta as a lip liner and Peach Perversion lip gloss from, I was about to say Patrick Ta, from Pat McGrath. And then did my lashes. You know what guys, it's fun diving back into palettes that you haven't really looked at in a while. And to be honest, this palette is probably time to just re-up on this one and replace it. But it has such sentimental value to me. I just love this one. You know, this palette really did change the game when it came out, and you know, diving back into it, I realized, oh, it's nostalgic. But there are definitely some things that I've learned since this palette, technique-wise, as well as quality with other brands and just curation of palettes. So this was the ish when it came out for me. And now it just has such great sentimental value, and it's a really good palette. There are definitely other brands and other palettes that take this concept and really just push it even more and kind of kill it a little bit more. But this is definitely one of my favorite palettes again. So thank you guys really a lot for hanging with me with episode number 2 for Retro Wednesdays. I'd love it if you guys kind of put some stuff in the comments. Do you still use this palette a lot? Do you have other ideas about palettes you like to see for Retro Wednesdays, anything you guys would like to just kind of vibe with me on, just please go ahead and leave it in the comments below. And while you're there, some really important stuff for me. If you guys could hit that notification bell, the subscribe button, and of course, like the video. I really enjoyed this time with you guys, and I'm going to wrap this video up, but I do want to say I want you guys to have a wonderful day, whatever time it is for you, morning, noon, or night. I really do appreciate you giving me some of it. Thank you guys. Bye.